off the range! Get your hands off the gate! Get off the gate!
When the King's Guard enforces tradition, it's not about theatrics, it's about centuries of discipline, duty, and respect. But not everyone gets the memo.
Get me on the line!
Watch what happens when tourists push the line, literally, and the guards respond with unshakable command.
Get off the range!
Some warnings are silent, others shake the whole courtyard. Please like, subscribe, and share the moment that made your jaw drop in the comments below. Touch the reins once and the guard yells. Do it again, and the warning turns into a command no one can ignore.
Get off the range! Get up!
He mocked the guard with a salute. Thought it was all fun, but disrespect doesn't echo here. It gets crushed by command.
Get back on the chair!
One yell sent the first crowd reeling, especially the man who jumped like he'd seen a ghost. Laughter followed. But as the guard continued his march, another group stood in his path. The second shout, even louder. Different crowd, same rule, make way or be moved.
Make way! Make way!
It only took one touch, a hand on the reins, for the guard's voice to thunder. The moment turned from curiosity to sheer embarrassment. That yell was an authority reminding everyone, this isn't a petting zoo. He was warned, twice, but it took a hard push for this man to finally understand. When a royal guard says move, it's not a suggestion, it's an order. She thought she was just striking a silly pose, but she stepped too far into royal ground. The guard didn't hesitate. One thunderous yell and the photo op turned into a wake-up call.
Get me on the line!
She missed the first warning, then crossed the box. The second warning, loud, clear, and absolutely earned. The guard's eyes weren't on the tourist's camera, but her feet. And when she crossed the line, so did his patience.
Where the feet are, get ready.
Hey!
Told you.
One yell.
Make way!
That's all it took to clear a packed courtyard. When the royal guard speaks, the crowd listens.
Make way!
A single touch on the reins, and the guard roared back. There are lines tourists can't cross. This was one of them.
Get off the range!
Did you know that the King's Guard isn't just ceremonial? They're fully trained soldiers. Each guard undergoes intensive combat training and often serves on active duty. While their stillness is iconic, their discipline is backed by real-world readiness. When they move, it means something.
Major General Section, Shen!
Brace yourself, because the next round of disrespect gets even bolder. A woman tugs at the horse's reins. Seconds later, the guard's voice cuts through the crowd like a blade. It's not a suggestion, it's a line you don't cross.
Get off the range! Here we go!
One sharp command, and the crowd disappears like mist. This isn't a tourist show, it's a military zone in red and gold. He tried to be polite. Move, ma'am, he said through gritted teeth. But the guard's eyes, they told a different story.
Exactly where he's supposed to be.
Move, Mark!
She blocked his path. He marched on without hesitation. Her laugh afterward, not amused, just disrespectful. They joked about his name, nudged each other, even tried to break his silence with cheap laughs. It was all fun until the police arrived. That's when things shifted. The grins faded fast, because mocking a guard might feel like a game until it's not.
Very friendly.
So these soldiers serve their country, all right? They take their job seriously.
She tried to ignore the guard's boot nudge until "Stand clear" erupted like thunder. That smile, gone. A curious kid steps over the line, and a guard quickly warns him off. Moments later, his mother tries to touch the guard's sword, only to face a second warning from guard. Two separate incidents. Same guard, same anger, same family. When the police finally step in, it's clear. This was a full-on disruption. Even family vacations don't excuse breaking protocol. Reaching for the reins, even with a baby in hand, was a mistake. The guard's roar cut through the noise like a blade. No excuses, no exceptions.
Get off the rein!
He leaned in too close, so the guard gave a warning nudge with his boot. But when that didn't work, the next message came louder. Back off! Roared, not requested.
Get back!
Before we continue, did you know that the loud warnings from royal guards aren't temper, they're protocol? For centuries, guards have followed strict rules to protect their post, the public, and themselves. These rules go back to the 1600s and still hold today. If anyone enters the exclusion zone, the marked area around a guard or horse, they must issue a verbal warning first, usually something like "stand back" or "make way."
Get off the rein!
If ignored, the guard is trained to take action, marching through, repositioning the horse, or calling in officers. Their iconic yell, it's regulation, not rage.
Get up!
Let's dive into more moments where royal discipline meets public defiance. They stepped into the path of a marching guard, striking a pose like it was Disneyland. But this wasn't a photo op. In London, when the guard marches, you move. And he wasn't stopping for a souvenir shot. She lingered too long during the changing of the guard, hoping for a shot. What she got was a full volume warning and a personal escort from the police. Not quite the souvenir she imagined. Two guards, one clown. As the man danced, trying to be funny, one guard shut it down cold. This isn't funny at all. No room for circus acts on sacred ground. He leaned in, face to face with the guard. The response? "Stay away!" barked with zero hesitation. The tourist flinched and snapped into a nervous salute, like Toy Story's Woody on panic mode. Some lessons hit louder than others.
Stay away!
She didn't mean to touch him, but that doesn't matter here. The moment she leaned in too close, the guard made it crystal clear. Accidental or not, the line was crossed.
Do not touch the king's lifeguard!
G reached for the reins, an unforgivable misstep. The guard's thunderous "the reins" jolted him back to reality. In that moment, tradition spoke louder than words.
Reins! Don't touch the reins.
One hand reached for the reins. One word.
Get back!
The guard's roar made it clear. This is duty, not a display. He grabbed the reins, an act as reckless as it is forbidden. The guard didn't just shout. He drove the horse forward, sending a clear message. These aren't props for pictures. They're partners in protection.
Get your hands off the bait! Get off the bait!
From quiet warnings to thunderous commands, the royal guards don't just stand still. They stand for centuries of discipline, duty, and unwavering respect. What may look like performance is precision. What sounds like yelling is protocol. And every boundary crossed, a reminder that the uniform means something. If this journey through order, chaos, and consequence left an impression, like, subscribe to the WAT channel and drop your favorite moment in the comments below. And don't go far, because the next video, let's just say, some tourists still haven't learned their lesson.